Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, would like to give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadosh. A double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all the brothers in the house and the Bible is teaching this word with sincerity and in all honesty. We're the Hebrew Israelites from the James Jamaica camp, here to teach another quick lesson in this through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, here to feed the potential elect. Without any further ado, we're just going to get into this article. Yeah, this is a brief history because getting to the scripture, you have to know secular history. You have to have some little reference around history because the Bible is is not only a prophetic book, it's also a book of laws and history. Yeah? So throughout the scriptures it refers to 4 great beasts, which is the Babylonian Empire, which basically started from the Assyrian Empire, because the Assyrian Empire really took hold of the Babylonian Empire. Then you have the Medo-Persian Empire, seeing which you watch that in the movie 300. Seeing you have the Greek Empire, which if you know about Alexander the Great, seeing which is a so-called white man, it's an Edomite, that was another great empire that formed. And then you have the Roman Empire, yeah, which are also Edomites as well in the time of their rule. Now, we're going to touch a little bit on the first Roman Caesar, which is Julius Caesar. And we're going to match back that with something today. Yeah, because, seeing, as I said before, you have to know a little bit of history. Now, this is Julius Caesar, yeah? Go.
Alright, so this is from the historyonthenet.com, and the article is titled, How Did Julius Caesar Die? Right, how did Julius Caesar die? Julius Caesar died from being stabbed to death by a mob of conspirators in a place just next to the theater of Pompeii.
Right. Well, we know about Pompeii. You understand? We know ultimately we know the history of what took place in Pompeii. The final judgment for Pompeii. Right? So exactly. So we're basically reading about a little occurrence of what took place before that history take place in Pompeii. Yeah? Go ahead.
In 44 BC, on the Roman Ides of March, at the time, Julius Caesar had been declared dictator by the Senate.
Okay. Julius Caesar was declared a dictator. Which, if you know history, the beast, which 4 beasts, as a matter of fact, somebody gave me that in Revelation. Well, like, in Revelation, it tells you that the 4th beast was going to be structured different from the other beasts. You have it? Yeah, bring it up, Babakosha. Quick and fast, then we can jump back into the article. See?
Daniel chapter 7 verse 19. Then I would know the truth of the 4th beast, which was diverse from all the others.
The word diverse meaning different from all the others. So the 4th beast is the Roman Empire, and it is different from all the others. Yeah, go ahead. The reason why it's different, so like you have to cut you, is because the first beast was ruled by a monarch. So if you're a king, you got a son, your son take the throne after you. That's how it used to rule. But with the Roman Empire, it wasn't so, because the Roman Empire has a house of lords, and it was governed by a Caesar / president and a Senate. Yes, full of senators. That's the reason why we know that we're living in a modern Roman Empire, because even here in Jamaica, they have to have a Senate, a house of senates. You understand? So we know that we are living under a Roman regime at this moment. Right? So, you finish up that, huh?
Can you get some support the point that
yes, I can, yapa.
The one support the point just I'm finding it. Alright. So first Maccabee chapter 8, alright, and let's start at verse 2. And that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done amongst the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute, and what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines and of the silver and of gold which is there, and that by their policy and patience that they conquered all that place, that it were very far from them, and the kings also came against them from the uttermost parts of the earth till they had discomfited them and given them a great overthrow, so that they did rest and give them tribute every year. All right, jump to the point. I say verse 14, yet for all this none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified. Moreover, they had made for themselves a senate house.
Exactly, they have made for themselves a senate house. So there wasn't a king like a king where Nebuchadnezzar. It wasn't a king like Nebuchadnezzar, yeah? It was a senate house. Yeah, go ahead, just like in America today. Go ahead.
Wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered.
Exactly. So is it just as how you have a senate house that come together and consulted for the people back then, and how we're gonna set the infrastructure of this country, of this empire. That's the reason of a senate. How we're gonna steer or lead the people, how we're gonna build this infrastructure. Everything was supposed to get done in the empire, the senate come together and they pass laws. All laws go through the senate. You understand? That's how a senate, the Roman Empire was established. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. That's how the Roman Empire was established. Yeah, go ahead.
Further drive a point.
Yeah.
And that they committed their government to one man every year.
And they committed their government to one man, which is the president. You understand? Or the Caesar. No, today it's like every 4 years. Them do the we call it the election. See, it's a chosen thing. You understand? Even back then in ancient Rome, I never want to vote really or put anybody in. At the Senate House, put people in power. And it's the same thing today. So you could have go out and go vote all you want. Is whosoever the elites which control the Senate House deemed to be fit for the presidency or the Caesarship, those are he or she is going to be the one to take that power seat, because that's how they set it. So your vote doesn't really count. Yeah, go ahead.
Who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation amongst them.
Right. So that's what the Senate House and the president or the Caesar get set up for do. So there's one that is chief in authority, but yet still we have to go through the Senate. You understand? That's the order of how them set up them government, the Roman Empire. See? We study a little history, you know. So we try to understand the scriptures from every angle, whether it be medicines, seeing the herbs, whatsoever. The scripture says we're not supposed to be ignorant in any matter, whether small or great. So we try to get an understanding and share that understanding with you, the potential elect that's out there. You understand? So go back to the scripture, Revelation. I'm Daniel Salakia.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 19. Then I would know the truth, for the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet.
Yeah, because Rome had a powerful military, a very strong military that conquered around the Mediterranean area. See, the north part of Africa come back right around. That was the known world at the time. Rome was spread, their army was spread wide.
Just like America is.
Just like America. Understand? To conquer or to keep their policies going. And we can see the same things taking place now with America as is saying. See? So we're just showing certain things that is parallel between ancient Rome and modern Rome, which modern Rome is America. You understand?
Okay, but you can see this. Julius Caesar was also a proud man like
we're going to the article.
He's a proud man, He's a proud man because even the time when the pirates them captain on the ship, and him look on them and tell them say, if you let me go, they'll come back and kill each and every one of them. See? And them did let him go, man, and him come back and kill all of them. See? Him talk when him go and him come back and beat me. I'm proudly say it out of my mouth.
Yeah, but the man them on the ship stupid. You understand?
Yeah.
Go work in the article.
Alright, at the time, Julius Caesar had been declared dictator by the Senate and had only served a year's term. He has, however, already reformed the Senate.
Hey, let me say this. I did some reading on Julius Caesar. Before Julius Caesar got the title, but he is the first Caesar. Everybody got the name Caesar after Julius Caesar. Really, he was a general in the Roman army, and he was going about all over conquering. He was a mighty warrior based upon the research that I have done. He was a very skillful fighter in the wars, in these Roman wars that they used to conquer the known world at the time. So that's the reason why Julius Caesar became such a proud cracker and gets so up in rank, because he was a great asset of the Roman Empire where fighting was concerned. You understand? That's what I have read about Julius Caesar. Right? So go back to that, Baba Kwasha.
At the time, Julius Caesar had been declared dictator by the Senate and had only served a year's term. He has, however, already reformed the Senate in that short period.
Right, so this man come in and I try to change up everything. Julius Caesar come in and them call him a what? A dictator. Which in the Roman Empire, so-called here ain't supposed to be a dictator, so-called. Because a shadow government is what actually own Rome. We call it the deep state today. Those are the ones that actually own Rome and give the order and let the Senate go through, you know, but the shadow government is the one that do that. See? But Julius Caesar here take on that power to himself as a dictator. Go ahead.
He has, however, already reformed the Senate in that short period and made changes in how local governments worked. He became very popular with the lower and middle class Romans, but many senators despised him and were concerned about him having too much power as a dictator.
Exactly. No, we don't even have to go any further. I say many senators was concerned about him, you understand, having too much power and being a dictator. No, what that reminds us of?
Trump.
The great Donald J. Trump. You understand? Because that's where we're going. Seeing all the other presidents that came down the line was the forefront person of the Roman Empire. You understand? Which is America, the modern Roman Empire, or the second leg of the Roman Empire. America is Rome all over again. Check the architecture. Check all them words, like the body naming, they call it bicep and tricep and all these words. These words are Latin words. You understand? The court system here are judged by Latin laws. Saying so it's Rome all over again. Their emblem.
When I'm calling
eagle.
It represent an
eagle. Which go back to Rome. Saying so it's just Rome all over again. No, they were concerned, the Senate was concerned about Julius Caesar having too much power. Now we have an article here. Now let me say this, Barack Obama had passed a law, and I remember the exact name of the law Barack Obama passed, that he could bypass the Senate, see, and do whatsoever he will, which is treason to the Roman Empire. You understand? And that's the reason why Julius Caesar was put to death. Because to them, Julius Caesar was becoming a dictator and having too much power. No, I'm not saying that that's going to be the fate of Donald J. Trump. But it's the same way how the Roman Empire started to demolish. It's the same way the American Empire, which is the modern Roman Empire, is being demolished. Little by little by little. Now, give me the article we have this arc.
Yes,
yeah.
This is an article from RT. It published January 9th, 2019. Yeah. says, total waste of time. Trump walks out of shutdown talks with Democrats.
Right, so this remind me of Julius Caesar. And the brothers them say, even the apostles them say, Trump remind them of Julius Caesar. In the spirit. Seeing, it's the same thing, this act here with Trump do, would be the same thing like what Julius Caesar did. Because Julius Caesar started to overcome the Senate, basically. Right, so continue.
It says, President Donald Trump walked out of the negotiations with congressional Democrats, declaring it a total waste of time after they repeated their refusal to fund any sort of wall on the border with Mexico. It says, down here in I'm tweeting, say, just left a meeting with Chuck and Nancy, a total waste of time.
A total waste of time.
Trump tweeted, referring to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, the New York, and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, or whatever,
Nancy Pelosi,
the California. I asked, what is going to happen in 30 days if I quickly open things up? See? Are you going to approve border security, which includes a wall or a steel barrier? Nancy said no. I said bye-bye. Nothing else works.
Exactly. So this is the proud devil where I read about Donald J. Trump. See, we just show you something parallel in history between Julius Caesar and Donald J. Trump. It's the same spirit, eh? It's the same spirit them have, becoming almighty, where them feel like the Senate supposed to can tell them whatsoever to do. And that was a point, that was a sign to show that the Roman Empire is going down. Now somebody give me Isaiah 19 where it says, yeah, you have it? Yeah. Baba Kwasha, bring it on.
So this is Isaiah 19 verse 2. So I will set the...
As a matter of fact, start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Right. Isaiah 19 verse 1. So the burden of Egypt, right, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and cometh into Egypt.
Right, and Egypt, this modern Egypt is speaking of America. Because when you consult the scriptures, you would know that America is known spiritually as Sodom, and Egypt and the daughter of Babylon, or Mystery Babylon the Great. Yeah? So it is also called Maktesh, saying Uz. Seeing you just have to locked into the spirit to understand when it's certain terms is placed upon America prophetically to know what is that scripture speaking about. So it's speaking about Egypt, which is America. Because that's the place where we face our hardcore slavery, right? So we're speaking of the burden in the Revelation, yeah. We're speaking of the burden of Egypt, yeah. Go ahead.
So the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt.
And the cloud isn't a literal cloud; it's a chariot, a so-called UFO, yeah. Go ahead.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved, and his presence and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians.
Right, and we could have seen that in the article where Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump couldn't basically see eye to eye. So Trump walk out, bye-bye, saying with total disrespect. With total disrespect. You understand? So right now, just as though the senators back in ancient Rome used to look on Julius Caesar as having too much power, you're going to have other senators today looking at Donald J. Trump as this fucking cracker have too much power. See, so they are divided. And this is all in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, to divide them, to bring them down. And we know what the Lord said, if Satan be divided by itself. As a matter of fact, somebody find that for me, Baba Kosha. We'll continue the scripture first.
So it's, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
And we're seeing that happening in the spirit now. They are fighting one against another. Go ahead.
And everyone against his neighbor, cities against cities, and kingdom against kingdom.
And cities against cities. Right now, these United States are divided. Yeah, these United States are divided. There was, I think it was about 3 years ago, Texas wants to secede from the whole they want to be a different country from the whole state, other states.
Certain states basically,
Texas.
A petition.
Petition for remove from being a part of the United States.
And it all come down to even the gun laws, them
and you know, Texas believe in, the crackers in Texas believe in the right to bear arms. See, so they are divided. You understand? See, continue scripture.
And they're literally like a fight, man. They're going to fight like, because them quick to say, yo, anything go down where basically them not to like, it'll go right back in a second civil war.
And these we call them militia men. They believe in a civil war if anything come up. Them, because that's the reason we prepare for this.
For these men is all for Trump. You notice if I watch all of the alternative media all of them are root for Trump. You know what I mean? All of a sudden everybody just forget about the left-right paradigm and everybody know a root for Trump.
It's all about Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
See? And which shows that they are a bunch of racists and that they are for their own people. Because that's actually what the word racist means. One for his own. Right? Scripture?
Alright, so it's verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail. And it is failing. It is failing. That's the reason why they are saying, oh, we need money to build that wall.
Right.
See, because the spirit of Egypt is failing. Go ahead.
In the midst thereof, and I will destroy the council thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirit and to the wizard. Right? And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord.
Which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. Hey, the Lord said, I will give him over into the hands of a cruel Lord. So right now, all these things that take place now is all for the downfall of you so-called white people to be put into the hands of a cruel Lord. And not only the Lord alone cruel, but his servants, because the servants is going to do the commandments of the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
And a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts.
Right, a fierce king, which is Yahweh Shai. See? And other kings as well, which is the rest of the elect. See? Scripture?
This is Matthew 12 and verse 25. And says, and Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
And the American kingdom is divided against itself. Well, hey, these things are examples for the elect. When we go into the kingdom, we know exactly how things are supposed to be run, how things to be governed, because the order come directly from Yahweh to Yahweh Shai, to King David, to the rest of the apostles on the way down. Every man in their own order. We're going to know exactly what to do in its perfect order so that we can have a perfect harmony, flowing kingdom, a flowing empire across the universe. Yeah? Go ahead.
And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. See? 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Yeah, how shall America stand when Nancy Pelosi and Trump is going at it? When they are Satan or the seed of the serpent. And they are fully against each other. They are fully set against each other right now. Saying because it's either for Trump is either you're with me with the wall or you're against me. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. See? And it's the same thing with the Mosai and us. It's either we are for the Mosai or we are against the Mosai. You understand? It's the same attitude Trump have. And we've been saying this. We're not saying this is scriptural, but we don't see any other ex-president rising up apart from Donald J. Trump. And he's a perfect cracker to bring forth this third world war. See? And he's the perfect cracker to push that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Because Donald J. Trump on a press conference, I think it was when he was coming into power, was saying that it's easier to have a tab on everybody by giving them a microchip to put tabs on them, so you can know their every movement. Donald J. Trump was the one that saying that. And let me say this, once Donald J. Trump says he's going to do something, trust me, he's not like Obama. He's going to do it. See it? Because this is a proud devil. And the most Yahweh have him in the seat that he's in to fulfill certain prophecy, man. And you have to be seen with your spiritual eye.
He's a man for the job, man.
Yeah,
He has the right character and deportment.
You can't, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's a man for the job.
He's a perfect cracker. Hey, he's a perfect candidate for the job.
Can.
Obama failed. Yeah, at the last job. Yeah. See?
Hey, scripture tells us the Lord, the king's heart in the hands of the Lord.
Turn it wheresoever I went.
Man, just like the rivers of water, man. So,
Exactly.
so guess what? He brings up Donald Trump to do him will, man.
Can.
To bring America destruction and atonement.
Can.
Then,
Scripture.
and says, this is Isaiah 47:1. He said,
And last jump?
it says Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Oh, sit in confusion, yeah? The virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. Go ahead.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Go ahead.
For thou shall no more be called tender and delicate.
And the reason why they're not tender, you see, these things, the back and forth in the House of Representatives, show that they are not tender and delicate anymore. That they have problems, man. There's a problem in the body.
Gone.
And somebody has to be eradicated. And as far as I can see, Donald J. Trump would fire the whole house to get his agenda.
Yeah, we can.
Fire everybody just to get his thing going. See, so he's, as I say, he's a perfect man for the job. See, go ahead.
It says, take the millstone and grind meal and cover thy locks. Make bare the legs and cover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Alright? It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Exactly. The Lord says nakedness shall be uncovered. It's shame, man. It is being seen even among these nations. Right now, if Putin go and sit in Russia and laugh at you, yeah, just like how Putin laugh at Batim and Obama when him legalized homosexuality throughout the whole state. Seeing, if Putin look at him like, what the fucking nasty nigga looking thing. Yeah? Seeing all these nations that look for you now, divided. Seeing, and once they start to be divided, seeing, I say, united we stand, divided we fall.
God.
So you can see the fall of America coming very soon.
God.
Very swiftly.
Hey.
Very short. See?
Hey,
Mere people are saying, of course, somebody must assassinate Donald Trump. Somebody must wait. Watch and see if somebody assassinate him. See?
Hey,
That's what people are saying.
the scripture said take the millstone and grind meal, man. Because guess what? Hey, a great millstone. We are the one where with the day and night, man. I call over the destruction of this place, man. I beg the Lord to destroy this place. See? It says thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, so when the Lord come back, he's not going to come back in a fleshly form. I come in an angelic form, in a godlike state. He said, I'm not going to meet you as a man. Saying, so it has total desolation to America. See, nuclear missiles rained upon America, and Edomites putting into shackles and chain. That's where it's going to be. The Lord said, I'm not going to meet you as a man. Yeah? It's just total chaos upon you Edomites. Yeah? Go ahead.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Yahushua is that great stone, man.
Redeemer. Yeah?
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Thou shalt no more be called Lady of Kingdoms. Saying, you know, everybody want to go to America because America is rich. Everybody want to get that wealth. Saying, it won't be anymore. Because now is the time for America to fall. Now is the time for America to be total desolate. Now is the time where the Lord will reveal all the wickedness that America bring. And all this, the wickedness that you Edomites bring upon the Lord's people.
Right.
Now is the time where redemption is for the Israelites. Now is the time when we have the knowledge. Now is the time when you find a whole of brothers flocking back to the truth. Calling upon the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. See, now is the time where the mark of the beast prophecies is being pushed even more. Because we are seeing it even more. See, now we have to push that vibration out there. Now is the time we're going to teach about the elect as well. Because we have to teach about the elect. And this is not for everybody, but for the elect. Now, scripture?
Revelation chapter 18 verse 8. Therefore shall our plagues come in one day.
Yeah, so America plagues gonna come in one day. In one day. Seeing them missiles, one day. Go ahead.
Death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth earth. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas.
I want to tell you, I want to say something to that. You know, that isn't far really from now. Saying, standing afar off, seeing the burning of America. Saying, when you match the scriptures with geopolitical events and you try to get an understanding, no, we're not saying it's going to be on this day of this month of this year. No, we're not saying that, because even Yahweh said it best. Him don't know when he come back. Only the Father know. But what we can tell is that we know that we're in the season for all this destruction. And as the days go by, you can see even more. See, they can see the prophecies are fulfilled even more. The prophecies of the mark of the beast. You see where certain measures are get put into place where that technology is being pushed. So you understand perfectly. Because
certain prophecies at the gate.
Yeah, exactly.
The mark of the beast, you know that it's at the gate.
Remember when we just started the highways and the byways, saying we believe that the whole world is gonna be tempted with the microchip, but personally, we couldn't see how Jamaica was going to be affected by that much, because come on, third world country Jamaica, that's how I had it in the first half. But now 2019, we understand perfectly how that system
is. Nobody should be off the grid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hey, now 2019, you see the exact lane where them are walking.
Exactly. You can see everything specifically how these measures are get put into play to fulfill the scripture that said what? And he caused it all, both rich and poor.
It's clearer than the people them where them have here where we implement it.
Exactly. You see clear. See, so we know perfectly how we understand these scriptures, man. See, you have to go back in the scripture and read Baba Kosha.
Yes, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment comes. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Because if you want to get rich, one of the places where you get rich easily are to have some form of asset or something in life. Everybody, especially out here when we can speak of personally, everybody's all about going to America, man.
That's the reason why even Trump talking about a war now, because you have immigrants from all over South America and all those places coming up to America to see if them can
better life,
make
need
a better life,
Yeah.
get a job over there or such a like. You know what I mean?
Hey, me used to have this woman who going to the States to work, and she do it kind of backdoor deal because she don't have her papers. And she work for some so-called Jews, and she make like 500 US a week. Now, to the Jews, so-called Jews, them a laugh off her, little crumbs she get, you know, a little crumbs for babysitting. But to her, she make money because no job out here really not give 500 a week.
500 US a week.
Yeah.
That means that she make what? 60,000+ Jamaicans a week.
Exactly.
You know
We
what I
don't
mean?
make that out here.
In space a year, she can buy property and make a house in Jamaica.
That's like a month pay.
Make a good 3-bedroom house, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So hey, look, maybe it don't mean nothing over there.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if that money come to Jamaica, you can
It
do a
have
whole
value.
lot with it. Man.
Exactly. That's the reason why everybody wants to go in the States, forget whatsoever. Trading. These nations get rich by trading with America because America is a very high consumer of products. See, what you think China, even China don't really want to lose off of America, you know, because one of
depending on America to buy their goods.
Exactly.
Man. You know what I mean? China export a whole bunch of goods to America every year. What you think Donald Trump want to put tariff on Chinese goods, man? Because Chinese goods basically outselling American goods in America.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's the reason why them call it protectionism. You know, so that's why I have this tariff thing as a form of protectionism. You know what I mean? But it's a delicate situation because America need to sell Chinese their goods also.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's tariff for tariff. So we have a trade war going on right now. You know what I mean?
Which Gerald Celente said it best.
Yes.
So after have a economic war,
currency war,
trade war, then world war, and we've been in the trade war. So look out for the final event or the main event of the night. Saying, which is World War III, the third war in Revelation. Yeah, continue scripture about question. So we'll close out.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of Uri and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
And slaves and souls of men.
And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which are dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed with fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stone, and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught.
Exactly. So all that, them big buildings, all them investments, everything we see in America, once it is found on the sides of America, when the Lord ride up in Egypt, as the brother read the scripture in Isaiah 19, it is going to be burned. Thus said the Lord in 1 hour. Yeah, total desolation in 1 hour. So we pray that the Lord deliver His elect. Yeah, and sincere brothers that is on the highways and the byways doing this word. We pray the Lord come with His chariots and His angels and deliver us through that fire.
I can say this to America take years, on top of years to build.
Exactly.
And to take 1 hour for this destroy.
Yeah, and what scripture also say with violence.
Yeah,
you have it?
Yeah.
You have it? Bring it out, no question.
This is Revelation 18 and verse 21 say, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Yeah, because Babylon was built by violence, by the violence of the slaves of the nation of Israel. Our people build America through sweat, blood, and tears. Yeah, so it's this violence I got tear it down. See? Violence, yeah? Yeah, bring it up.
This is Jeremiah 51 verse 6. So flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
Right, now is the time of the Lord's vengeance. That's why you see the if a skiffle even up in the IOPS or government. Yeah? Because this is the Lord's vengeance, eh? Go ahead.
So He will render a recompense unto her.
The Lord said will render a payback to Babylon. And chiefly by nuclear missiles. The ultimate payback.
So Jeremiah 50 and verse 29 say, Call together the archers against Babylon.
You know, the archers in the ancient world are men that shoot arrows. See, you watch like the movie Lord of the Rings, and you see a portion of man line out on the wall and get the command and them fire. That's archers, yeah? But the modern archers are the men that control these nuclear missile silos. Yeah? And the bow would be the silo, the part where you shoot out of the silo.
Okay.
Yeah?
The bow.
Propeller.
Yeah, that's the bow. Yeah, go ahead.
All ye that bend bend the bow.
Like Russia, China, Iran, and even the EU and NATO, UN. Saying these countries ultimately going to turn against America. Go ahead.
Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape.
Go ahead.
Recompense her according to her work. Recompense
Which means to pay back. Go ahead.
according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Go ahead. She is proud against the Lord. And we have all the examples there to show that they are proud against the Lord. Whether the image, the laws that they put into place, denouncing the God of the Bible. Look, Christian Bale, we did a video on it. Christian Bale basically come out on with the what the award him again, award? The award, Golden Globe. And when him say him thank Satan for what him receive. Just like that, he never suffer skiffle with for the inspiration. Him say him thank Satan for the inspiration. You understand? That the same guy will act the Batman character, saying the Dark Knight. Him say him thank Satan for that. Saying but him not wrong. Because them are work off a left hand energy. Yeah? But the time of the left hand energy is no more. The right hand energy is what is coming up on top now. And that's the reason why the curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter is gradually turning slowly but surely upon you Edomites and the other nations. And the Israelites coming up on top. As that's how the Lord set it. See? Scripture? Continue that? Yeah.
Revelation chapter 18 verse 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every ship master and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by the sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this city? And they cast dust upon their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, though heaven and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh hath avenged you upon earth.
Exactly. So this is the time of the avenging of the Lord upon you Edomites, saying destroying your empire and your rulership. The prophecy said, Malachi 1, he said, they shall build, but I shall throw down. Seeing, we grab the scripture there and the final scripture that we're going to read and close out. Seeing, so they shall build, but the Lord said, I will throw down. Seeing? Lord said, make your desolation waste for the dragons of the wilderness, because in the prophecies it tells that creeping things are going to inherit America, unclean spirits, unclean birds and creatures.
And this is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts, they shall build.
And they did build. Because when they come out of the Caucasus region and start to come back in a power and a Spain and stretch them empire, they did build. And they used us as the slaves to build their empire. They did build. Yeah, so they shall build. Go ahead.
And I will throw down.
And the Lord is going to throw down by means of ways of missiles. Yeah? Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
And the Lord said they shall call them what? The border of wickedness. So you Edomites, you are the wicked. You are the devil and Satan. Yeah? You are the enemy of the Lord and the enemy of his anointed. You so-called white people, you are the wicked. Coming about playing the innocent role, but behind that innocent look, there's a bunch of wickedness. And we can find millions of scriptures on your character in the scriptures, man. And we have trillions of historical events to show that you are the real wicked that the scriptures speak about. See? The woman, exactly. See?
And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
And the people of whom the Lord have righteous anger against forever.
And this is Jeremiah 50 and verse 39 said, therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there.
Exactly.
And the owls shall dwell therein. And it shall be no more inhabited inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwell in from generation to generation.
Yeah, because it's just for wild beasts or unclean things. Yeah? Anyway, we hope that lesson was an edifying one. I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadash, and all belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. And shalom to the brothers and I was and the byways teaching His word now sincerity, saying shalom.
Shalom.